Alrighty then. Here are the parts already put on their alligator clips and toothpicks. And I kind of ran out of toothpicks. I had to go and buy myself a pack. And they're not technically toothpicks. They're more like skewers for cooking. If you get the toothpicks, they'll probably be a little about this big, but this one's a little bigger and thicker. And it's good to put it in parts that has little wedges in them. So these are perfect for these. I bought a pack of 300. I got 2 of them. Got it for $2 each. Great tool to use when, of course, you're painting kits or painting parts. And I got a lot of parts here because you hear all the charcoal parts, some blue. Here are all the gray parts, the armored parts, especially the dragoons, which I have it lined up there. Here the armor here. I have some here on the side, and right now you guys are probably looking at this, seeing how the camera is angled. I rearranged my room a bit, so I have a table, another table set up where I have my spray booth placed, so it's easy for me to paint. I could do it on my table, but I kind of moved the table away from the window, so a lot of things had to be readjusted so I can gain access to my air conditioning. It's starting to get warm now, so when it gets hot here, it gets really hot, if you guys know what I mean. But right now I have all this set up. I have a lot of the spare leftover parts, which these are not going to be painted. I may decide to paint this. This is the actual part that holds up the dragoon. And as a matter of fact, here is a dragoon part that is an extra. There's an extra dragoon. And this one goes here to hold this up while it's inside the base. But it's really tough to take it out. So for me to paint this and to paint that, and me jumping in and out, I may ruin the paint here or ruin the paint here. So I've decided not to paint this. And there's another part for a smaller dragoon, which I'm not going to paint as well. So these are not going to be painted, except for the hands here, which I do have to paint soon. I have these little things on the toothpick, which of course I'm only painting the edges here and the tip there. So I don't want to paint the whole thing, just enough so I know which one's being covered, which one's being painted on. Right. So I have an extra one of these. This may be used for something, I don't know yet. But anyway, everything is all prepared. Oh, and I also have this one as well, all prepared. Actually, that one fell off. I gotta readjust it a bit. That's also part of the dragoons. There we go. So, let me prime these. I'm not going to show you guys me priming them because you guys all seen it before. And once I'm done, we'll move on to painting the colors of this kit. Okay. So all the parts have been primed, as you can see here. This guy took a while to prime because it's huge. Portion of the leg, side skirt, thigh armor. Yeah, I spent a lot of time priming these using Mr. Finisher. Hold on, Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 Gray. I was gonna use the one-shot primer, but I said let me just use this one because I'm more comfortable with it. You get comfortable with certain products, and even though I like the other one, I just wanted to use this one for a while. So I have my airbrush already prepared. There it is. And just want to make sure everything's ready to go. Good. So, like I said before, I'm going to do all light blue. I'm using 15 PSIs. It's nicely watered down, or thinned down, you could say. It has a nice sheen to it. Better not oversaturate it a bit. Pretty nice. It's an interesting color. Kind of associated light blue with sky blue. The sky blue has a better, yeah, sky. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to, after all this is painted, that's the part of the foot, by the way, the foot armor, or the ankle armor, you could say. No, not the ankle armor, like more like a shin armor. After I'm done painting all these, then I'm going to mask them. But you know what I'll do is while they're drying, I will work on the other parts. I have enough masking tape for me to mask everything. Of course, before I mask them, I'm going to top coat it to protect the paint on these parts. Before I began working on this, I was testing out the airbrush, and I have a bit of a problem with this airbrush. It began like spitting out the paint, and not an even stream like you're seeing right here. So I had to like dump the paint into a reservoir, into another bottle, clean it out, or you know, trying to see what the hell happened. And the paint on this just backed up over here, and I was like, how the hell did that happen? And I thought I cleaned it. This is actually not one of my most favorite airbrushes. It does its job, but it's a little problematic. And I'm missing my other airbrush, the Neo, since it got damaged. I'm getting a new one. I'll show it off when I receive it. Alright, so here's the Dragoon. Oh, that's right. It made that. It made a weird noise, but that's only because of the hole. I usually hear that noise when I'm running out of paint. This Dragoon is going to be a pain in the ass to mask. There's the likelihood I may do a hand brushing. I don't know. I know that I didn't realize that the thrusters here and the thrusters on the kit itself, where that's on the backpack, has a red trim to it. So that's something I'm gonna have to look into later on. That's good. Before I work on the backpack, let me work on these guys. It's a little too shiny, this semi-gloss. But of course, the eye is you know, this is deceiving, because clearly after it dries, it'll be its natural state of color. I know that's a different color. That's a different color, and I think that's it. Now the big boy. Just trying to see how I can hold it. There we go. This will probably be a lot easier. Alright. Better check the filter on my spray booth. I think it's not filtering out the pigments here. There's a little bit of powdery paint dust floating about. I don't think my filter already got clogged, you know, filled up already, because, well, then again, there was a lot of parts for this when I was priming this, so I better check that in a minute. Oh, I'm running out of paint. Alright, good. Looks good so far. Good color. Nice tone. It's a bit different than the original color that it comes with and what it's supposed to be. But it's something completely, slightly different than the original. Alright, so let me fill up more paint. Let me put this to dry. And we'll continue with this painting bit.